Joe, well, let's go over the basics here. And what I like to use when I go over the basics is the file system. Have you seen this yet?
Yeah, actually, I just saw that in my new Health Coach Career Kit.
Good. Well, you're going to love it because the first files are all about taking care, tracking, supporting your new clients. And the last couple files are on tracking and supporting your health coaches. So this is file 5, and this is called the Health Coach Development file. And it has a lot of things to get going as you get going with your health coaches. The inside, when you open up yours, you're going to see this Health Coach Business Tracker. This is really what I'm going to use to make sure that I'm a great business coach for you, so that I give you optimal support. So you can look over it and see the little checks I'm going to be marking off of as we work together. And in the inside of this file is everything you need to know to get started.
Wow, that makes it so simple.
It really does. Yeah, I love it that way. And so when we look here, the first part of it is all the actions you need to take, and it really goes along with the getting started checklist that's in your career kit too.
I saw that.
And I'm going to put these on your structural tension chart. Remember doing structural tension charts in the Habits of Health
I
system?
loved it. It worked amazingly.
Okay, so we're going to do a structural tension chart for your business too.
Okay, great.
So we'll be putting those action steps in. And then I just want to go over the steps to success because your goal is to be a national director. And I kind of want to give you that picture just so you can keep it in the back of your mind. Okay. So the first step, that you're going to do is first goal is to reach senior coach. It's right here. In order to do that, you need to know 5 people to become clients. And that's going to add up to at least $1,000 or probably more than that. Once you reach senior coach, you'll be getting 20% of that. So if it's $1,000, that's $200. So you already made back your investment.
Wow, that's great.
It is. You'll get a CAB bonus because you'll be doing this in your first 30 days.
Okay.
Now, in order to get senior coach, it has to be done in the same month. So if we get your senior coach done by the end of the month, you get your CAB bonus, your senior, and also you'll get a 5% raise.
Well, then that's what I want to do.
Okay, all right. So good girl. All right. So this will be what we'll be putting on the structural tension chart.
Okay, good.
Okay, perfect. The next step will be executive director, which we call ED. You probably heard me say that before. In volume, and that's when you have about 20 to 25 clients. It'll add up to a volume of 6,000.
Okay.
That's your first leadership, right? And that's when you'll be maxing out your percentage on your volume.
Good.
So yeah, you'll want to get there as fast as you can if that's what you're looking to
Yeah.
do. Sounds like you're pretty excited.
I am.
The next will be ED by structure. It's right here, and that's when you start getting coaches. And usually your coaches will come from your happy clients. So that's why a lot of people get executive director with volume first because they're building up their clientele. And then they'll be adding coaches because just like you decided to become a coach, it just happens naturally like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why not?
Yeah, so that's exciting. So once you start getting senior coaches and you move up, you'll be ED by structure when you have 5 of those. Once you start helping those senior coaches grow, then into executive directors, that moves you up in the rank. And the first rank with 1 executive director under you is a regional, and with 3 is a national, which is where you want to go. And then just 2 more makes you global.
Well then.
And then 10 is president. It takes a little longer, but it's definitely worth it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. But I just want you to look over it, not to get bogged down or get worried about it, but just mainly see what your focus will be in the long run.
Okay, great.
Good.
So, pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
So what in essence Lori did there was show things that she's already done. See, if we properly integrated when Joan was a client, she started using the Habits of Health, the system, and the companion guide, and started to learn structural tension by putting her goals, her weight loss goals, and her other goals, without even really knowing that technique. So that's what mastery of coaching is, that you're using these very simple, and all these techniques are very simple. And so she's using the techniques in the beginning, and then what Lori did was anchor in that, as you start planning your business and working through your business goals, you're using that same process. It's very simple. And it's the process of what are your goals. She very clearly established her goal. Her goal was first to get to become a micro-franchise, basically become a senior coach in the first month, then become an ED, and then over time become a micro-franchise. She builds structure. And the first goal for all of you is that your first business plan is to become a micro-franchise. In other words, go from senior coach, become ED with volume, ED with structure, and then build beyond that so that you have a solid business. Hopefully, that will take you and put you on the path so that you can become a trilliologist over time. But then Lori talked about, okay, to national takes you further. And by the way, once you got that in momentum, it's not that far much further to get to global. So if you set the foundation, and what she's doing is bringing her back so that they both know what they want. Lori knows specifically what Joan wants, and she knows the objections she's had, and now she's listening to that. So when Joan balks after that third call, Lori's there to say, okay, we talked about that, let me help you with that. See, just like when you very first start a client on the program, they're probably waiting for boo to quit. The same thing with a brand new health coach. The last thing you want to do is send them out into the hitherland on their own with a 10,000-pound phone and hope that by miracles like this that they become a trilliologist and presidential director. It's going to happen more if you spend the time from the beginning and work together.